Will it go 300 miles an hour?
Look, you have a submarine. If you ask a submarine commander how deep will your submarine go, I don't know. I haven't gone that deep.
All right, guys, behind us is the Hennessey F5. You can't see it because it's under the cover, but in a few minutes, they're gonna yank that off and we're gonna find out, is this now the fastest car in the world? Has it broken 300 miles an hour? We have some questions for John. We're gonna sit down with him in a bit. We just saw the unveiling of John Hennessey's new F5. Drive Tribe wants to know what engine's in it.
Okay, I can't tell you that.
No problem. How much horsepower are you planning on making with
over
the engine?
1,600, no hybrid, no need for
1,600.
1600.
Wow. How much torque?
A lot.
Right.
Probably more than 1,300 foot-pounds.
That's what I was going to wonder. Okay. So next question. It's going to be $1.6 million. Is that the target
starting price? And then with, look, nicely optioned. It's probably a couple $100,000 if a guy wanted to go nuts and have a full carbon body and the whole thing, maybe 3.
How many do you plan on making?
24 total.
24?
We're only going to offer 12 of those in the U.S. 12 in the U.S., 12 for the rest of the world. It's a legacy car. I mean, really, it's a vanity car for our brand in that we want our clients to have something very special, but we also require to them that they're going to show them and share them. They're not going to just stuff them away in a collection somewhere across the world. The man, the woman, the family that want the F5, we want to know them, feel comfortable with them, and feel like they're vested with the idea that there's a certain responsibility that goes within the hobby, within the passion of automotive and racing, that it needs to be shared. Jay Leno told me a story a long time ago. He lets any kid under a certain age, maybe it's 11, 12, get in his car. Why? Because when he was around 11, 12, some guy with an old classic Jag let him sit in his car.
Changes everything.
Changes life.
Yeah, we have an obligation as car people
have an
to
obligation,
continue
absolutely.
The tires, right?
Yeah.
So you got Michelin's on
Correct.
there.
Yeah.
Is that to roll it into SEMA, or are you going to
Well, we had a long relationship with Michelin. I can give you some good little nuggets for...
Hey, give us something you haven't told anyone else. Something just for Drive Tribe.
All right, just for Drive Tribe. So one of my friends from Michelin who was here for the unveiling called me up maybe 3 or 4 months ago and said, hey, look, the new tire that we developed for Bugatti for the Chiron, we would like to make that available to you for your new car. However, we don't want to upset anybody at Bugatti, Bentley, Volkswagen Group. As he's telling me this, I'm typing out an email. Wolfgang Durheimer, who just recently announced that at the end of the year he'll retire as CEO of Bentley Bugatti. So I CC'd my Michelin guy, sent it straight to Wolfgang. The Michelin guys would like to let us have access to the tires that they developed for the Chiron. Would you be okay with that? Sent it off. I called my guy Michelin back and he's like, wow, I didn't know you were going to do that. I'm like, well, I'm a very direct guy. I don't waste a lot of time. If we don't hear anything back, that probably means that it's okay, but they're not going to go on the record and say, yeah, sure, let Hennessey have the tires that we want to go, beat him
So
with.
are those the tires? Did you get, what happened?
So
Did you get an email
that conversation is still ongoing. Ultimately, hey, look, if we can't use that tire, we will develop our own tire. Again, Michelin's our first choice. We're having conversations with Bridgestone and talk to other tire manufacturers. But look, let's get down to the engineering behind the tires. A lot of conversation about what tire can go 300 miles per hour. Well, there's a lot more than, are we talking about just the fact that the centrifugal force of a tire at that speed is going to come apart?
The weight of the carcass is going to pull.
Correct. I mean, so it's really about what is the load, what's the load capacity of the tire. That's a big function of what's the force on the tire. Well, I've got a car that weighs under 3,000 pounds. The guys at Bugatti are working with a car that weighs well over 4,000 pounds.
Right.
So in terms of the actual loading on the tire, the downforce numbers on the tire, we have massive amounts of tire data from the Venom GT. The F5 is even much more efficient.
Yep.
And I don't believe we're going to have a tire issue going well into the 280s. Was 300 mile per hour capable? We don't know, and we won't know until. It's like you ask a. Ask a submarine.
Will it go 300 miles an hour?
You have a submarine. If you ask a submarine commander how deep will your submarine go, I don't know. I haven't gone that deep. So we'll find out. We don't know what we don't know, but we're going to find out.
So here's the next question. Yeah. Like you went down to Kennedy to test.
Yeah.
Where can you run that car to 300?
I don't think we can hit 300 at Kennedy. The distance is not long enough. When I first met Wolfgang Durheimer at the Quail during the Monterey week, this was after we beat his record 3 years ago. Very nice guy. Comes up and says, introduce himself. They said, hey, my son showed me the video of you guys beating our record, and it's very impressive. I said, hey, look, wouldn't it be cool if we got together
and
with,
ran them side by side.
I think I threw out the Top Gear guy's name, and I'm like, you got together with Top Gear, and we raced. We took our new car. I knew they hadn't shown the Chiron yet, but it was pretty common knowledge that a new car was coming.
Sure.
And so I said, have some sort of a drag race. And he just smiled. He didn't say no. I mean, he didn't say yes, but he didn't say no.
When the car's running and you got the tires on it, you got the engine in it.
Yeah.
We want Drive Tribe to be the first in the car, and we want Bugatti to race us. We want to line them up side by side.
Hey, I say we get McLaren with the BP23. We get AMG with the Project One.
I think it sounds like a plan, John.
We have every crazy car guys crazy dream.
Coming soon to Drive Tribe.
All right.
Guys, John Hennessey, new Venom F5. So beautiful.
Thank you, brother.
Thank you so much for sitting down with us.
All right. Thanks, Drive Tribe.
Thanks, guys.